Remember just a couple of weeks ago when Screen Rant wrote an article about Doctor Who now setting new ratings records
for the first 4 episodes of Ncuti Gatwa's season?
No, wait. It was Collider. Sorry, I'm getting my shill media confused because they're everywhere. New ratings records
for the only 4 episodes of Ncuti Gatwa's season.
Well, guess what? I've got great news. You can write another article because Doctor Who has just set an all-time ratings record of the lowest viewed episode in the history of the show. Can't wait for the article. Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Yes, the absolute fecal matter of narcissism, which is now called Doctor Who Season 15, has hit an all-times rating low, not just for his season, not just for New Who, but for the whole of Doctor Who. The whole, one might say, of space and time with Doctor Who. Congratulations, Ncuti. I guess people were outside touching that grass. And please, may we not forget this absolute pathetic piece of journalism. This isn't journalism. This is trash. This is pathetic lying trash by people who are running interference so that they can keep their access.
I've been busting my fucking ass being a Star Wars fan for 5 fucking years.
Pathetic people who don't understand that their audience are the people that you're writing these articles for, not for the people that you're trying to get access with, because those people, they won't keep your website afloat, but your egos, your vanity, maybe they need stroking so much that you believe that they do, in which case you get articles like this which get absolutely no traction whatsoever, and they come out with headlines like Doctor Who's latest episode, 73 yards, just broke a new record. What was the new record? It did 20,000 more people than the first episode of the season, which only had 4 episodes, because this is the biggest piece of cope by a trash reporter, aka blogger, aka get a proper job, DSP. And for shits and giggles, let's have a look at that one comment on the article, shall we? How much does Disney pay you for this? Well, if it's anything to go by Rotten Tomatoes, about $50. That's the cost of somebody's integrity in the mainstream gaming media sphere. $50. My God, I know whores on the street of Bradford that would take more. And after a hard night of rubbing one out with a bunch of clients, they'll still have cleaner hands. The lowest ever rated episode of Doctor Who was back in 1989 as Sylvester McCoy's 7th Doctor for the episode Battlefield. It brought in 3.1 million views. And also remember, they were overnight views. There was no streaming back in those days, iPlayer back in those days. No siree, it just simply went on overnights. Even at 3.65 million for the episode Ghostlight, which was also Sylvester McCoy in 89, has been beaten by episode 3 of Ncuti Gatwa's season. Congratulations, breaking records left, right and center. So where exactly does the latest episode for Ncuti Gatwa's season sit after the consolidated numbers have been produced? Well, it brought in a consolidated number of 3.1 million views, making it the joint lowest viewed episode of Doctor Who of all time. But there's even better news, folks, but we'll get to that in a moment. Because as I also mentioned, back in Sylvester McCoy's day, they were just the overnights. The overnight for this episode was a staggeringly low 2.12 million views. And with the consolidated only bringing in an extra million, just under, next week's episode is in jeopardy of holding that record out. Right. Now, I'm not watching this show. I dipped after the 2nd episode. It's absolute pathetic garbage. If you want to know what's going on, watch Disbrew's reviews. They've been very good so far. But a TLDR for this week's episode, the Doctor gets his companion killed because he's too busy going around trying to snog men. Because if you want to know anything about this current Doctor, here's a couple of things. They're gay and they cry, and that's pretty much it.
Much pressure? Yes, yeah, but I feel like I can handle it.
Oopsies! With the latest episode only bringing in 2.11 million overnight viewership. By the way, the second lowest overnights of all time. There's only one episode that's beaten that, and that was episode 3 of Shooty Gatwa's own season. Smashing these records everywhere, Shooty. So if the consolidated numbers continue the trend that they have been doing, next week Shooty Gatwa and Russell T Davies will hold the outright record of the lowest rated Doctor Who episode of the show's 60-plus year history, relieving Sylvester McCoy of a dishonor he truly does not deserve. See? I told you there was good news.
Much pressure? Yes, yeah, but I feel like I can handle it.
And if you feel that I'm being a bit too cruel, relishing in this show's absolute demise, then you're absolutely right. I am relishing this because these people, which is probably not the best term to use in current day Doctor Who, politics everywhere. That's just the fucking problem. Because Russell T Davies and his far left cabal of cronies are so busy now with their pronouns and where they fit and their identity politics and their sexuality, they themselves, by the way, tripping all over how they refer to people. Is Jinx Monsoon a he? Is he a she? Is he a they? Russell T Davies doesn't seem to know because he trips all over himself when he speaks about them. If Russell T Davies wanted to be truly brave with his storytelling, how about telling a story about an organization that got co-opted by a bunch of narcissistical pricks, that its message got completely lost as people were forced into compelled speech, and those that don't want to were cancelled, pushed away from society, were persona non grata, were shunned. Why don't you tell that story? Oh shit, the Prisoner told that story in 1967.
Poetry has a social value.
He's trying to divide us.
His intentions are obvious: to stop us from helping this unfortunate girl.
You're trying to undermine my rehabilitation, disrupt my social progress.
Reactionary!
Rebel!
Disharmonious.
Rebel! Reactionary!
Rebel!
Disharmonious.
Rebel!
You aren't the number 6s fighting against the machine. You are the machine. You're the ones that are pumping out this social reprogramming to the masses. And woe betide anyone that doesn't accept it. You're a bigot. You're a phobe. You're an ist. You're an ism if you don't accept it. A still tongue makes a happy life. Don't you dare speak out against us. Don't you dare rock the boat, as we'll come for you. Questions are a burden to others. Answers a prison for oneself. Accept what we say. Don't question it. How dare you? We are the law. We are the authority. This is why number 6 is the hero of the show. It's because he wishes to retain his individuality, something which the collective nature of people like yourselves don't like. They don't like that free thinking nonsense. So yes, I relish the downfall of this show. I relish the downfall of this dog shit exclusionary bullshit ideology, and I relish the ratings for next week, because it could be a whole nother record. I'll see you in the next video. You take care. Bye for now.